Welcome into Good News Forecast. I am meteorologist Kaylee Bowers.
And I'm Sophia Pericone. Thanks for joining us for another week of good news from around the world, across the country, and right here in our own backyards. Kaylee, how's your week going?
You know, Sophia, I'm not complaining because it was feeling a little bit like fall earlier this week.
Yes, it was.
I think a lot of people were really excited about it. I saw a couple people in their sweatshirts and their flannels, but I mean, a lot of people are also like, where is summer? Because it's still August.
Still August. At the time of this recording, it is warming up a little bit, but that fall feeling was nice, especially because there was something that kind of came with that fall feeling that we're going to talk about later on. So that's your teaser there.
You got to stick with us for the next few minutes to find out what we're talking about.
Yes.
How's your week going?
It's going well.
Yeah?
I am one of those people that is trying to hold on to summer.
Yeah.
So the fall feeling was okay for the 2 days that it felt like fall, but now I'm like, okay, let's keep August rolling.
So growing up in California, you guys obviously experienced warmer weather.
Yes.
The temperatures that we see, in the 50s for our lows, is that cold for California then?
That is cold,
okay.
yes.
So moving here for the winter time was not
easy.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll ever be easy. But at least I know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's not like the seasons are so divided. Sometimes you'd have like a random cool day in California and it's like, whoa, it was 80 degrees yesterday. So here, there's a nice pattern. It's the seasons.
Do you like having the seasons now after kind of growing up with just having kind of summer?
I like having summer and fall. I don't like what's after fall and I don't like what's before summer. Winter and spring are my least favorite
Really?
seasons. Yeah.
Why spring?
The rain.
Okay.
The rain, it's just
the cold rain especially.
The cold rain, and it's one of those in-between seasons where sometimes it's okay, the other days it's cold. I like consistency.
Not having one day having to wear your winter jacket and the next day, I just need my medium jacket.
Yes.
That's the hard part, is the back and forth. And I kind of felt that earlier this week, whereas I kind of needed a layer in the morning, but in the afternoon, did not need that at all.
Yeah.
But let's get started.
Let's do it.
We will talk all things fall later on, especially in the next few episodes, because we're getting ready to dive into fall for sure. But let's focus on a local high school choir that just got an amazing opportunity to perform alongside a legendary rock band. Students at Old Fort High School took the stage with Foreigner at the Toledo Zoo Amphitheater.
We will show you the once-in-a-lifetime moment when the choir and the band shared the stage. But first, Steve Iwanek takes us inside the prep.
Ready and sing now. I wanna know what love is.
The biggest thing on these kids' minds is getting the notes right.
I want you to show me.
They've been rehearsing the same song, working on harmonies, and getting ready for a special night.
This is special. We have never had an opportunity to perform on such a big stage, certainly at a rock concert, and with such legends like Foreigner.
Amy DeRhodes leads the Old Fort High School choir, who's practicing for a moment they'll likely never forget. The chance to sing along with rock and roll legends, a chance that came back in the spring when DeRhodes started her car, turned on the radio, and heard an ad.
There was a contest where Foreigner was going to be coming to the Toledo Zoo, and they were looking for a choir to join them on stage. And I immediately thought, well, why not my choir?
No, you can show me.
Old Fort beat out 35 other nominees for the spot on stage.
This opportunity definitely affords us the chance for people to take notice a little bit, even at a small school, the value of music and music education.
That's what makes this more than just a night with a rock band. Because at Old Fort, small is something they're used to hearing.
Having this opportunity at such a small school and such a small graduation class, it's honestly kind of amazing.
You see, the senior class is around 200 total. Some of the kids singing tomorrow already graduated in classes of just 40-something, and their auditorium holds about 600. Tomorrow night, the audience will be a bit bigger.
Puts us on the map.
Yeah.
For years, they've only known this song from the radio. But Tuesday night, this small school choir gets to feel what love is, on stage with the band who made these lyrics famous.
I know you can show me.
Okay, so now we got to take a moment and see how the students got to rock out with Foreigner. The Old Fort High School choir joined the band for its iconic hit, I Want to Know What Love Is.
And that's not all. The band also donated $500 to their music program.
Aww.
Foreigner makes a point of supporting music education at stops along its tour.
The music program is kind of the first thing that gets cut a lot of times, and that's so detrimental to kids. You know, it's been proven that arts and music and everything really help all other areas of learning. So to cut back on that is a real drag.
And later this year, Foreigner will celebrate its 50th anniversary with a documentary concert film called In the Eye of the Storm. This is something that these kids will never forget.
Yeah, even if they didn't grow up knowing Foreigner, how cool is that?
I mean, one gets to perform on stage at the Toledo Zoo
Yeah.
with an iconic band like that. That is just truly amazing. And I also like that some of the seniors that just graduated, now college freshmen potentially, are coming back and singing with their choir.
Yeah, that's a good point. Something that really caught my attention is the choir director she got in the car at the time where that ad was on. And she also said, why not my choir?
Exactly.
And I love that attitude. Why not me? Why can't I do this? Why can't we do this? So I think that's a good perspective just to carry in life. Like, why not me? You know?
I mean, someone's got to show up at some point. Like,
that's right.
Why not it be you? If you could perform with you can say in a choir, what band would you perform with as a choir group?
So,
artist.
I just want to be very clear, I'm not a singer. So this would never happen. And I would not let it happen for the sake of everyone. But if I could perform in a choir with any artist, Taylor Swift.
I knew that answer.
I know you knew it. How about you?
Automatically. I think Taylor Swift would be a very good option.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of some iconic ones. For some reason, I don't know why, Reba McEntire is coming to my mind for some reason.
Good one.
I think that'd be a good one. He's no longer here, but Michael Jackson would be a phenomenal one.
You're on a Michael. Yep.
I was trying to hold back a little bit. I'm on a big Michael Jackson kick right now, so he would be fantastic. Again, Reba would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe because Dolly's on my mind too, she would have been fantastic as well too. So any of those top artists I think would be so cool.
Yeah.
It'd be so fun. Actually, you know what? This is gonna date us a little bit. The Jonas Brothers.
Ooh,
that'd be kind of fun.
They're on tour right now.
They are.
They are like always on tour for some reason.
I know.
But that's great for them.
I mean, who's complaining?
Not us. All right, well, if we're talking about high school, that means students are going back to school, which means, I'm making a lot of connections here, which means fall and Halloween are both right around the corner.
And for Northern Ohio, that means Halloweekends at Cedar Point, and Halloweekends is set to start September 17th, so it's coming up. If you just can't wait that long, the park is hosting Scream Peak Weekend.
It's a special preview running from September 10th through the 13th, allowing guests to experience 4 indoor haunted attractions before Halloweekends officially kicks off. So I'm not from here, but I know you're from Ohio.
Yeah.
Did you grow up going to Halloweekends at all?
I mean, it wasn't a tradition, I'd say, in the past few years, especially when I moved away from Ohio. And I would always come back around the fall time. I would try to go to Halloweekends at least for a day or so. Some of the haunted houses, they're a little bit spooky. Some of them are just, it's too crowded, so you don't get the spook factor. And some of them you have to pay for, I believe, or at least back then you did.
Okay.
I just go for the rides. And you know I'm a big Snoopy person, so the Peanuts gang, that's my favorite thing. And you guys know I love Halloween. It's just, it is so fun. We just went to Cedar Point for the first time together last year.
And that was my first time.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you know what? We needed to squeeze in a trip this summer. So when do they close? Do we know? No, it's for a while.
It closes, I believe, November 1st. So they get that last weekend of Halloweekends in on Halloween, which is Saturday, and then Sunday is November 1st. So then they close for the winter season.
We might have to squeeze in one more trip before things freeze over.
I'm just thinking about the roller coaster that made me sick.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yes, that does sound fun.
Yeah.
Got to get you to Halloweekend. You'll like that.
Yes, I like that. A 100 Pieces of Public Art initiative is beautifying downtown Toledo, and it is all possible because of local artists.
And one of those local artists is Chili Rodriguez, who just finished one of those pieces within the project. Photojournalist Cheyenne Lockridge shows us the behind the scenes and the completed work.
This is my full-time job. Very grateful and blessed that this is what I get to do for a living, and honestly make a pretty good living at it. And I've always been interested in art, ever since I was like a little kid. I kind of grew up in a chaotic and traumatic household. Art was always kind of like that safe space for me. It was never really like nurtured throughout school. I didn't really take that many art classes. I found my way into graffiti in high school, like illegally painting trains and abandoned buildings. That eventually led me into like fine art, like painting on canvases and stuff like that. That naturally kind of progressed into painting murals. I originally had a space in East Toledo for a couple years, the River East Gallery. It was a very like DIY. I mean, we got a rundown tattoo shop and completely like rebuilt it ourselves. Really started to build strong community roots over there. Did a lot of community events, working with different artists. It was last year that we started dealing with a lot of issues with our landlord. So we're like, okay, I think it's time for us. We love being over there, but it's just time for us to grow. Originally, the plan was just to have a small, gallery space with a couple of friends, and what it turned into just within our space is 12 artists and 11 shared studio spaces in our gallery. I like to be all over the place with my style. I like to blend multiple styles together, like realism, abstract, patterns, typography, and color, most importantly. I love looking at bright, vibrant, colorful things, and that makes me feel good. So I always say if I'm like putting that out there, I think that could really uplift others, because that's a huge part of what I do, because I believe art is healing. I love painting in Toledo, and especially working on the wall that I'm working on right now at the Davis Building downtown. It's really making me want to push myself to just continue to paint more larger scale, because it's such a challenge. The mural I'm working on right now is my largest solo project to date. It's 100 feet wide by 44 feet tall. It was bigger like the first day when I was starting it than I remember it being when I looked at it and like agreeing to do it. I got there the first day with the lift, I'm like, oh, this is like really big. Birds and flowers have always been really like significant in my work. So I did a couple native flowers and butterflies. Gallery's open Thursday and Friday, 5 to 8, and then Saturday and Sunday, noon to 4, and we invite the public to come in and look around. All the art on the walls is for sale. We have a gift shop. We also have classes and workshops that we teach. I always tell people the secret sauce is just like, don't give up. I've been told no more times than I've been told yes. So many times, people always see like the wins and all that, or like this, but like it took so much to get here. And that's what I always tell everybody, is like, don't give up. Just keep pushing through, and eventually things will come together.
So beautiful, so colorful.
I know,
amazing.
It's just so much skill right there and so much talent. Right here in our own backyards too.
Yeah, and the one shot looked like it was, or the gallery was in a building where from the street you can't notice what's inside, and there's some things downstairs. How cool. You gotta dig deeper and see what's out there.
It's just like a little maze, and it's kind of like Where's Waldo, like what can I find in these paintings?
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Hey, we got more good news forecast coming up right after this. Welcome back into Good News Forecast. Bowling Green's tractor pull brings in thousands of people every year, and this year, those people helped raise money for an outstanding cause.
Dominique O'Neill shares how donations are helping grant wishes for children with critical illnesses.
For many, tractor pulling is more than just a weekend activity.
It's really just like a family. We've been coming out here for a couple years now.
But at the National Tractor Pulling Championships, that annual tradition is also helping make a difference.
It's amazing what we do with Make-A-Wish. Currently, we're doing our auction, and I just checked, the auction is still going on, and they've raised over $150,000 so far this afternoon.
Money is raised through the Make-A-Wish auction and donations.
It is all the pullers and the fans and our sponsors that come in. They send 5-gallon buckets up into the stands, and people throw $1 in it. It's amazing. Every dollar helps.
Local vendors also say the event has become a tradition that helps out business and brings people together for a weekend of food, fun, and pulling.
It's just awesome. It's our favorite show of the year, Bowling Green, Ohio, National Tractor Pulls.
For the people who come back year after year, it's about the community.
We look forward to it every year. Bowling Green's awesome. We have a lot of fun between the actual pulling and seeing old friends, new friends, and having a little bit of fun at the campground. It's a whole experience every year.
That community stretches well beyond Northwest Ohio, with people traveling from 36 states and more than 7 countries.
For me, it's the friendships I've made over the years. Pullers that from different parts of the country, I only see them when they come here.
And all of those people coming together means more support for children and their families.
Being able to give back to children that, have, very bad, illnesses and sicknesses, being able to do that is just, it's so gratifying for us.
Organizers say it can cost $10,000 to grant a single wish. So in one afternoon, Kaylee, they raised enough money to grant 15 wishes.
Oh my goodness. I wonder what these kids are going to wish for.
There's always that trip to Disney World.
I know. There's Disney, maybe go on a cruise or something. Or, I want to go to like the space station or Space Center, not Space Station. Sorry, kids. That's probably a little bit more money. But that is just so special. And we all did that, or the Northwest Ohio community did that.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
Really, really nice to see that. For whatever these kids want.
I know.
At least 15 of them are going to get it from here.
I know.
Or the community's the source.
We're helping out.
Yeah. It's really great cause there. So
I love that.
Yeah, school is back in session for nearly all of our Kaylee loves school.
I'm not in it.
For all of our Big 11 school districts. And for one Bowling Green Elementary School, the new year means a new playground for children of all abilities.
I should say stay in school, kids, please.
Yeah.
Laura Sandlin shows us how every child is enjoying Crim Elementary's new inclusive playground.
Woo! Get it, Declan, yeah! The laughter sounds the same, but this playground looks a little different. After 2 years of fundraising, writing grants, and building community partnerships, Crim Elementary now has an accessible and inclusive playground designed so more students can play together.
So about 2 years. I started the summer of 2024 when I found out I was going to be getting some students that use wheelchairs, I was like, I could raise $30,000 in a year, I think.
What started as an idea for Learning Center teacher Rachel Schell quickly became a community effort. Organizations, local partners, and donors all helped to bring the vision to life.
Or it's not just about the kids that use wheelchairs. It's great that they can access it, but also anybody can use it. Like when we make a space more accessible, it just makes it better for everybody, and they can build these relationships.
One of the final pieces, a poured rubber pathway, makes it possible for students of all abilities to reach the equipment, making it truly inclusive.
The district was able to purchase this poured rubber path for us, which makes it really easy for anybody, regardless of how they move, to get on there and be able to access the equipment.
For Shell, seeing students use it makes all that work worthwhile.
Very excited. Very excited. It was a lot of work. I was very nervous.
A chance for every child to play together.
So sweet.
That's childhood right there. Now every child of every ability gets to play on this wonderful playground in BG.
And I think it's a great lesson for all children, where it's like, hey, make sure everyone's there with you, make sure everyone's playing, make sure everyone has this opportunity to come together. It teaches compassion and empathy, and you learn something about someone else.
It's not fun to be on the sidelines and just sit and watch your friends play, and now they get to all play together. And it's at the elementary school too, which is a perfect age for these kids to enjoy their friendship, enjoy the camaraderie, and just have a lot of fun. And a new playground, who's complaining about that?
Heck yeah, that thing looks pretty cool.
I know.
So if we're talking about back to school,
woo!
Every time we say back to school, Kaylee has to give a woo.
Woohoo.
So if we are talking about back to school,
woo,
we are also talking about the return of Big Board Friday.
Woo! Big Board Friday. I'm going to stop that. That's bugging myself, honestly. Big Board Friday is back, and it is every Friday on WTOL 11 and also on our WTOL 11 streaming app. Join our sports team as they bring you updates on the biggest high school games around the area for each week for the Feast football games.
And football, Kaylee, also means fall.
Fall, y'all.
This one's for you.
Okay.
Starbucks' fall menu is now out. So we're going to take a look at some of the fall items you can now get your hands on.
All right, so starting up with the classic PSL, the pumpkin spice latte is back, plus some new items I think Sophia's going to really like. The iced banana bread latte, but also an iced banana bread chai.
Yes, so also new this year, the chider, which is a twist on chai, including cinnamon and sweet spice. Fall foods are also back, like the pumpkin cream cheese muffin.
That is my favorite.
I've only had it once, and the first time I had it, I was so pleasantly surprised.
It was so good, but there's also more snacks that include the chicken bacon protein pocket, say that 5 times fast, and a hedgehog cake pop.
That's cute.
Ooh.
I would like to see. I don't know if there's a picture of the hedgehog cake pop.
We'll just keep the video going because these are just adorable. Oh, looks like there's some merch out there too.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. There's little...
Yes. I believe they have new, I remember seeing that they have new fall.
Is that a pumpkin on there? Oh, there you go. And then, of course, you got to talk about the things at the store as well, too.
Yes, all kinds of creamers and cold brews and cans and pumpkin spice coffees and the DIY stuff. Okay.
Pumpkin everything.
Tell us.
Yes.
You have something you're doing this year.
Yeah. So, first, let's preface by saying last year I got burnt out on pumpkin very fast.
Because it's earlier and earlier every year.
It's early. So what I'm doing is I am waiting until Labor Day to have some pumpkin. Granted, that's only, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks?
Yes.
But I'm hoping because last year I was kind of done with pumpkin by the middle to like the 20s of October.
Okay.
So Halloween wasn't even here yet. So I'm kind of trying to hold it back just a little bit. But here's the thing. We've had pumpkin on Good Day a couple times.
Or is it making you have a craving?
So here's my logic. Because these wonderful guests come in and they're letting me try their foods and drinks, I'm not counting that.
Oh, no, for sure. For sure.
But going out to like Starbucks or Dunkin' or any of our local coffee shops, I'm not getting any pumpkin.
Yes.
Not doing it. I am still getting my chais though.
Yes, which means we have to talk about the chider. Kaylee and I saw a video of the chider and we're not sure. There was like strawberry in it.
Okay, so this was the TikTok video that I saw. I could be wrong. Any Starbucks baristas out there, please correct me. But this is what I saw. You take the combination of the chai syrup and the strawberry acai base.
Where does strawberry come into play? Why?
But the drink looked like cider once it was mixed.
Yes. But does it taste like?
Part of me wants to try, but at the same time, I don't want to waste the money and the sugar and the time. Like, I'd rather just get my pumpkin spice. Yeah, I could go on and on. But I do like that Starbucks and a bunch of other coffee shops are trying different things this year.
Yes, like the banana latte. I mean, I know that's not really fall.
What season would you say that is? That feels like springish to me a little bit.
Maybe summer. I don't know. I think bananas grow in tropical climates. I think it's summer, so.
I like that.
I don't know, but my pumpkin cream cold brew is my usual go-to during this time of year, so that is what I am looking forward to. I'm going to join you in holding off, though, until after Labor Day, which I think I can do.
It's only a week and a half away.
Next week. Well, so next week, so we have today's episode of Good News Forecast. We have another episode of Good News Forecast before you get your pumpkin spice latte. So next week on Good News Forecast, we're going to check in on Kaylee's PSL status. So you'll want to stick with us for that episode, and you'll also want to stick with us for after this break. Thanks for staying with us on Good News Forecast. A couple in Fargo, North Dakota is making sure all dogs have a moment of fun in their days.
Take a look at how their pup bus is bringing a whole lot of tail wags.
Kim Schrader is no stranger to working behind the wheel.
Believe it or not, I drove a semi for 30 years for Fargo Glass and Paint.
What's more fun?
Oh, the dog bus is way more fun.
But every morning this summer, Kim and his wife Brenda
This is Remy.
have been driving their pup bus around Fargo and West Fargo.
Our next stop will be picking up Bailey.
Picking up canine clients.
Good morning, Bailey. Hi, Bailey.
House after house, the bus stops for a pickup.
Yeah. Hi, Bailey. Good morning. Oh, yeah, that's Henry over there.
And the dogs know exactly what to do. They run onto the bus, and it's like a class reunion inside every morning.
Hi, Scout.
Good morning, Scout.
On the road to the dog park, the pups relax and just hang out the window, taking in the breeze, elbows resting on the window. Remy here, just like a farmer checking out the crops. Today, Henry, Max, the newbie,
Their first day they get a little bit shy.
Remy, Bailey, and Scout prepared for a park visit.
Oh, we love it. It's our retirement gig. We really love it.
Kim worked on the road. Brenda had a cleaning business.
Like I said, you have jobs that you go to for all kinds of reasons, and this one we just do because we love it. That's it.
I wish I would have did this 20 years ago.
When the Schraders recently lost their own dog, River, it was devastating. But
And we were thinking of getting another dog, and then we sat down and we thought, well, let's do something for all dogs. So then we put the bus together.
now over 50 pictures of dogs line the bus roof.
Dogs are one of the only thing on this earth that give you unconditional love.
Customers they've had so far this summer. Dogs that feel like family. And the Schraders treat each dog like their own.
They're sweethearts.
We love all dogs.
I don't think they have a bad bone in their body.
Dog owners who watch their pups run out of the house and get on the bus every day know they're in good hands.
And they have birthday parties, and she really looks forward to it every single week.
As the bus gets close to the dog park, excitement builds.
He says, we're here.
Then controlled chaos.
Yeah, we're going. We're going.
As the bus empties and the pups turn the park into their own four-legged morning mayhem.
So sweet. Are you crying?
I got a small tear.
Okay, it has been weeks since I've brought positive tears to Kaylee's eyes.
Positive. That's because the story had pause. That is honestly a dream right there, just to play with the dogs all day. And I mean, like you said, that they're retired and just they lost their dog, and how can we help other dogs? That's a big thing, is what would your past pets want for your future?
So sweet. A lot of dogs like riding in the car. They love the park, obviously. The perfect mix. I think this is what I want to do in retirement. Just no cost. I mean, I don't know if they're charging, to be honest, but if you're retired and you're okay, then just do it for the joy of dogs. Yeah.
That's so fun.
And it looks like they have built some pretty special bonds. The way the dogs are just so excited to see them and loving on them. So
it looks like they're taking the right safety precautions with a seatbelt and the leashes and just the right amount of dogs on the bus, because there can be too many, there can be temperaments, and
gotta organize it.
How about this? Sometimes the smallest things can bring the biggest joy.
That's why one woman says she spent years turning scraps of fabric into Barbie outfits and giving them away to children around the world.
And she's not letting anything hold her back from sharing her gift.
If you're ever looking for Corrine Fisher, there's a pretty good chance you'll find her here.
That's how I pass my time.
On the machine she bought when she was just a young bride. Corrine taught herself how to sew.
This is my thing.
Her thing is Barbie clothes.
Shorts, tops, hundreds. And I've enjoyed making every one of them.
Each Barbie outfit comes with a matching purse.
And then I wrote down who I gave it to.
Corrine's late husband,
through the years,
documented it all in this scrapbook.
They live in Virginia.
Those photos are reminders of all the children she's given her work to.
Yeah.
Corrine's Barbie clothes are not for sale. She gives them away for free.
The Lord just tells me, give this person some or that person some. So I've given clothes to a lot of different people.
Her Barbie clothes have found their way around the country and the world, as far away as Haiti.
And there's a lot of fabric there.
Corrine's got a big stash of fabric.
These are my prints in here.
Lace and ribbon have taken over a hallway closet.
And then I've got all my trims sorted.
Turning that fabric into these little outfits is a gift. One that Corrine doesn't take for granted.
Whatever your gift is, use it for God's glory.
Corrine knows her time sharing this gift is limited.
I have macular degeneration.
That is slowly stealing her eyesight.
It doesn't bother me to sew.
And so until it does,
we're just going to put a little trim on this.
Corrine will keep stitching up joy.
We got to have a purse to go with that outfit now.
This is essentially two stories in a row where people are using their time to give back, whether that's you know, taking someone's dog for the day to the park, or just sending them something nice to go with their toys.
Some Barbie clothes.
Yeah.
Do you think you could do something like that where you make your little crafts and then you send it off to someone?
I don't think anyone would want my crafts. Maybe my baked goods.
I was going to say maybe your cookies.
My cookies, yes. How about you?
I would like to try. I don't know what I would be good at when it comes to crafting or baking, but I would like to try. You know what? I'll help with the dogs. There we go.
Yes.
Send me your dogs and I'll keep them.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'll keep them for the day.
I can make a macaroni necklace.
Ooh, that's so kindergarten.
Yeah.
That's perfect with the Barbies.
Did you have a favorite Barbie growing up, if you played with Barbies?
I mean, I played with Barbies. Okay. I don't think I necessarily had a favorite.
Okay.
Barbie, I guess.
They're all, I guess, yeah. Pretty generic.
I guess.
I had a Little Mermaid Barbie.
Oh,
With Ariel, and
Yep.
she had the beautiful red hair.
Red hair.
And she came with, I remember the outfit, and like she was always like my go-to. I had like a big bin of Barbies.
Yep.
And
she was your go-to.
She was my go-to.
I did have some Mary-Kate and Ashley Barbies.
I
did like those.
Yeah.
But just like the Barbies and walking down the Barbie aisle. Granted, it's gone so extreme now for these little kids, which is amazing. But that was always like, okay, mom, dad, like, can we go down the? No, come on, keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's just so fun. It just makes me happy.
And that does it for this week on Good News Forecast.
We'll see you next week with more good news from around the world, the country, and right here in our own backyards. Bye.